Pelosi and Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez set to meet today amid escalating tensions in the Democratic Party.
You could reach in a bag and pull so many things out that are impeachable of this president. I support impeaching this president.
Whatever decision we made in that regard would have to be done with our strongest possible hand, and we still have some outstanding matters in the courts.
The question of the hour, can the two find common ground, or will the divide prove detrimental? Here to debate that is Joel Rubin, former Deputy Assistant Secretary of State under Obama and Ford. O'Connell, former presidential campaign advisor for McCain and Palin. Thank you both for joining us this morning.
Good to be
Certainly
here,
appreciate it. Ford, I'll start with you. I mean, this is the time that the Democratic Party really needs to get their identity, and it doesn't seem like we're any closer to that.
Well, look, currently there's a battle for the soul of the Democratic Party going on, and the divisions within the Democratic House aren't just limited to impeachment. They include things like socialized medicine and abolishing ICE. And look, you know, there's a real crisis of leadership here. Nancy Pelosi may be the speaker, but we all know it's AOC and the socialist squad that are driving the agenda in the ship. And frankly, President Donald Trump is loving this dysfunction because he wants to ride it all the way to the ballot box in 2020.
Yeah, Joel, do you see this as being a problem for the party?
Yeah, Jillian, well, the Democratic disarray is definitely disturbing, and it's one that it makes a bad look in public. But the party's not so divided internally.
What?
The challenge right now, it's not. The progressive base and the leadership, the progressive base and the leadership, they are fighting it out. But on ideas, on policy, there's a lot of unity. The problem we have right now is the anxiety.
Policy?
Oh, my goodness, on policy, on health care, on environmental policy, on economic policy, student loan debt forgiveness, you name it. But the anxiety is that the pacing is very frustrating to progressives right now on moving it.
Joe, in 2018, Democrats won because they were unified, they were on the same message, and right now they're all over the map. And frankly, when it comes to AOC and Pelosi, there is no incentive for AOC and the squad to play ball with Pelosi because they crave attention like a teenager on Instagram. It is all about them. It is not about your party. And frankly, if Donald Trump can effectively make them the 2020 face of the Democratic Party, he's actually going to effectively basically get rid of the presidential nominee and possibly could retake the House, because when we look at swing state polling, AOC's favorability is at 22, Omar's at 9, and socialism's at 18. He couldn't have dreamed this up any better at the current rate things are going.
Well, Joel, hold on. Let me interject here for a second, because, Joel, it seems like at some point the Democrats really have to get a handle on their messaging to tell people exactly what type of party this is going to be, because you have a lot of independents out there who are going to play a big factor in 2020, and you have people saying, I don't even know what the Democratic Party stands for right now, because you have moderate Democrats and you have the socialist extreme out there that a lot of people aren't interested in, quite frankly.
Well, it's clearly a lot going on right now. We've got a dynamic Democratic primary. We've got a significant fight within the House about the direction of what they want to do with Donald Trump and this impeachment proceeding, which there's a lot of pressure from the base to go forward. But the disunity is overplayed. Democrats, the disarray is in front of us. But the idea that the Democrats are somehow not able to have all these different issues and bring it together is a little far-fetched. This also has happened many times in the past, and in 2018 the win was because we got message discipline, but we have this nominating primary, which is very confusing.
You say it's overplayed, but unfortunately it's playing out very publicly in the spotlight on social media, and that's what people are seeing.
That, how about on CBS with Gayle King, where basically AOC saying Pelosi doesn't talk to me and vice versa, and they disagree about a whole bunch of things. Look, if Donald Trump plays his cards right and focuses on what AOC and the socialist squad say, he could effectively disqualify the Democratic presidential nominee before the Democrats even have one, in the same way that Barack Obama in 2012 disqualified Mitt Romney and basically made him a serial dog abuser before he could ever actually be the party's standard bearer.
Guys, we got to run. We are out of time, but we are all going to be looking forward to seeing what comes out of this meeting today between the two.
That's right, they're meeting.
Appreciate it. Joel, Ford, thank you.
Thanks, Jillian.
Thank you.